Kemi was a young woman who lived in the heart of Ibadan. Life in Ibadan was simple but joyful. But one day, everything changed when Kemi met a mysterious woman who would forever alter the course of her life. It was a busy afternoon in the market when Kemi met Auntie Titi. Auntie Titi was a well-dressed woman who had just moved into the neighborhood. She had a beautiful house in the heart of Ibadan that Kemi had never visited before. Auntie Titi was a stranger, but she seemed very friendly and quickly became interested in Kemi's work as a seamstress. She complimented Kemi on her skills and suggested that she could make some clothes for her family. Kemi, I have heard so much about your sewing skills. Would you make some clothes for me? I would love to have something made by you, Auntie Titi said, smiling warmly. Kemi, flattered by the kind words, agreed. Of course, Auntie Titi. I will make the clothes as soon as I can. In the following days, Auntie Titi visited Kemi's shop regularly, talking to her about different things, her life, her work, and her family. Kemi grew to trust her, and they became friends. Then, one afternoon, Auntie Titi brought a gift for Kemi. Kemi, my dear, I brought you a little something. I hope you like it. It's just a small gift to show my appreciation for the clothes you are making for me, Auntie Titi said to her, handing Kemi a beautifully wrapped package. Kemi opened the gift with excitement, expecting to find something nice. To her surprise, inside the package was a clock and a mirror. Both were shining brightly, and Kemi couldn't help but admire them. Wow, Auntie Titi, these are beautiful. I will hang them in my house as soon as I get home. Thank you so much, Kemi said, feeling grateful. Auntie Titi smiled. You're welcome, my dear. I'm glad you like them. This gift will bring good fortune to your home. Kemi didn't talk much of it. She thanked Auntie Titi and went home excited to hang the mirror and clock in her small room. That night, Kemi hung the wall clock on the wall of her living room and placed the mirror on the small table near the door. She admired them for a while before going to bed, but little did she know that these seemingly harmless gifts would soon cause her great trouble. The next morning, Kemi woke up feeling strange. She was unusually tired, even though she had slept for a long time. As she got ready for the day, she noticed that she was more forgetful than usual. She couldn't remember if she had eaten the night before, and she kept losing small things like her keys and money. When she went to the market, she felt a strange feeling of nervousness. She couldn't shake the thought that something was wrong, but she didn't know what it was. As the days went by, her energy seemed to fade. She began to have bad dreams every night, dreams that made her feel restless and scared. One night, Kemi woke up from a particularly terrifying dream. She had dreamt that she was standing in front of the mirror, and as she looked at her reflection, a strange figure appeared behind her. The figure smiled, but it wasn't a friendly smile. It was a wicked grin, and Kemi felt a chill run down her spine. After that night, things only got worse. The young, vibrant seamstress that was very popular in the market for making beautiful clothes was becoming something else and a shadow of herself. Every day in the market, she always had one argument or the other with customers because she wasn't able to make beautiful dresses for them anymore. She was either ruining customers' dresses or making mistakes that would damage their clothes. Kemi started losing customers. People were no longer patronizing her. Her once vibrant and filled up shop became empty because she kept on losing money. She can't remember where she kept money, how she spent money. She can't even remember how to make a simple blouse. One day, a customer brought her clothes to Kemi to make. Hello, Kemi. I heard you are the most talented seamstress in this market. Please, I have an event to attend. I want you to make a beautiful blouse for me. This fabric is very expensive, so I trust you to be careful with it and do a good job. Kemi replied, Don't worry, madam. You are in the right hands. Kemi received this fabric with a very vibrant and confident mindset. Before you know it, she couldn't remember even how to cut a material, talk more of sewing the blouse. She started asking herself, What is happening? I used to know these things. Even something as simple as making a dress? Oh God, help me. She decided to keep on with the blouse, guessing her way through. Unfortunately for her, she made a huge mistake again that ruined this customer's expensive fabric. When the customer visited back to pick up her blouse, she met the blouse completely ruined. She was so mad at Kemi. You have ruined my dress. You are such a talentless person. I thought you were the best. This fabric is very expensive. You have to pay for it. Kemi pleaded with the customer, but she said no and threatened to arrest Kemi. Kemi had to pay for the fabric. It was very expensive. And because she had to pay that debt, it took a toll on her finances. Everyone in the market wondered what exactly is going on with Kemi. Even Kemi herself couldn't tell. Series of events started to unfold. Kemi felt like she was being watched all the time. She started hearing strange sounds in the house, like footsteps when no one was there. She also began feeling weak and unwell, as if something was draining her energy. One evening, she decided to visit her mother, Mommy Adebayo, to ask for advice. When Mommy Adebayo saw how worried and tired Kemi looked, she asked her what was going on. Kemi, what's happening to you? You don't look well. You've lost weight and you seem so tired. What's going on, my daughter? Kemi explained everything that had been happening, from the strange feelings of being watched to the bad dreams and the tiredness, and from forgetting things. Mommy Adebayo listened carefully, and then she said something that shocked Kemi. Kemi, I think I know what's happening. It's the mirror and the wall clock. You should never accept a mirror or a wall clock as a gift. These items can be used by evil people to watch you and bring harm to you. Kemi was confused. But Mama, Auntie Titi gave them to me as a gift. She's so kind, and she said they would bring good fortune. How could they cause harm? Mommy Adebayo looked serious. My dear, some gifts may seem harmless, but not all gifts comes with good intentions. The mirror and the wall clock are tools that witches and evil people use to watch others from afar. They can use these items to send bad spirits and cause harm. That is why we must always be careful of what we accept from others. Kemi's eyes widened in shock. She had never heard of such things before. So, Mama, what do I do now? How do I get rid of them? Mommy Adebayo smiled and said, You must get rid of the mirror and wall clock immediately. Throw them away or destroy them. Don't keep them in your home. We will also pray and ask for protection because no evil person should have power over you. The next day, Kemi followed her mother's advice. She took down the mirror and wall clock, and with the help of her mother, they burnt them. As they burnt the objects, Kemi felt a weight lift off her shoulders. For the first time in weeks, she felt a sense of peace. Kemi also made sure to pray and ask for protection from any evil spirits. She thanked God for her mother's wisdom and for showing her the truths. In the following days, Kemi began to feel like herself again. Her energy returned, and she no longer had the feeling of being watched. Her bad dreams stopped, and she could finally sleep peacefully. She also started making beautiful clothes for her customers again. She also went to Auntie Titi's house to thank her for the gifts. But when she arrived, Auntie Titi was nowhere to be found. No one had seen her for days. Kemi realized that Auntie Titi was not who she seemed to be. It was likely that she had given them those gifts to control her and cause harm. Kemi was lucky to have listened to her mother before it was too late. And she also learned a hard lesson not to trust anyone easily. So, from that day on, Kemi lived a peaceful life and then made beautiful clothes for her clients. Now, the moral of this story is this: be cautious of the gift you accept. Some things may seem harmless, but they could bring harm or be used for evil purposes. Trust the advice of your loved ones, especially when it comes to things that could affect your well being. Pray for protection and always seek the truth in all situations. Not everyone who gives you a gift has good intentions. Always be careful of who you trust. Thank you so much for listening to this story. I hope you learned the moral lesson of not trusting easily and be careful of the gifts you accept. My name is Onyi of Onyi Stories and Folktales. And please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please kindly be a part of my growth and my success. I will really appreciate that, and click on that subscribe button. Turn on the notifications so when I post more moral lesson filled stories like this, you'll be among the first to get them. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey, hey, thank you so much for always coming back. I do not take your support for granted. I sincerely appreciate you. Thank you so much. You know you're the real MVP, right? All right. See you in my next video. Bye bye.